makes sense. Well, we got DonTheVan, so we have episode 3, and it was cool. So we're gonna go into that one. So anime should be pretty quick. So we're gonna start with episode 3, like we said in the beginning. Spoilers for everything up until now. So if you haven't seen it, just pause, then go see it, then come back, unpause. So starting with episode 3, we pick right back up. And DonTheVan does this all the time. They just pick up where the episode ends, and it is Okarun and Gigi fighting in their yokai forms, and pretty much Okarun is running away and he's trying to protect Momo, and I guess Turbo Granny by extension. So he grabs them and kind of runs out and gets out of the way of Gigi, and you have a couple of seconds where they get out of their line of sight and they're like trying to figure out how to escape, and they notice that the death worm is also kind of expelling a gas, and like a poisonous gas type of thing, and they're like, okay, we really need to get out of here. And they look up. They're like, it's really like a long way to get to the opening of the house door. And so Okarun's like, I have an idea. I'm gonna kick you all the way to the top, and then you can use your ghost hands to propel you the rest of the way. And that's pretty much what happens. So kicks Momo to the top of the place, and she manages to escape, and she's looking for a way to get get the gang out. And so while that's happening, pretty much Gigi finds Octoroon, and then like they start to fight it out, and Octoroon is kind of dodging all of Gigi's attacks, and it goes well, but then Gigi gets tired, and he's like, all right, bro, enough of that. And he lands a good hit on Octoroon, and he traps him in like a little spirit house. And Octoroon can't escape, so Gigi kind of like walks through it and then starts to like punch the crap out of Octoroon. Like it's pretty intense. Like honestly, that I would have been out. I would have tapped out. I'd be like, all right, you got it, bro. But Octoroon kind of like stands in there. He's like, yo, you made a couple mistakes. You made me mad. You hurt Momo and something else. You pissed me off or something. And so he pretty much fights back and goes into turbo mode, which I think he can only do like a limited amount of times.
I think before he said twice.
Yeah.
But
so he goes into turbo mode, and this is the second time that he's gone into turbo mode, and he pretty much just, I think he punches Gigi also and ends up breaking the ghost house, and he hits him so hard that he knocks Gigi out. Mind you, they're still both in yokai form, so Gigi's in yokai form when he gets knocked out, but Octoroon, he kind of like passes out and gets out of yokai form, so now he's back into regular form. And so as that's happening, Momo is outside. She's trying to figure out a way to get them out. She rips off curtains from a window, but it's not long enough to go all the way down. So she gets the idea to set fire to the house, so that the firemen can come and start to hose down the house. She had like a little flashback. So whatever that is, that's why she burned down the house. So with that happening, Octoroon starts to drag Gigi out of try to get him closer to the top so that it makes it easier to escape. He realizes Gigi is like heavy as crap. And then he also hears Turbo Granny from the depths, pretty much calling out for help because she's trapped in, I guess, the death worm's tar spit stuff. So all the way at the bottom. And so he runs down there, tries to get her out, and like he goes through this whole elaborate plan of grabbing boards to walk all the way over to Turbo Granny, and he's trying to be as careful as possible. And she's like, don't fall. And as soon as she says that, he literally falls into the tar. And they're both trapped down there to die horrible, gruesome deaths. And so as they are stuck down there, screaming for Momo to help them, this is where Momo is confronted with the authorities, the police, the fire people, and the townspeople. And they're all like, why are you burning down the house? What's happening? Yada, yada, yada. And then Momo's literally about to get arrested. And she's like, no, you have to hose the house, hose down the hole and everything like that. Like, flood the house. And so I think we go back into another flashback with Momo as she's saying this and stuff. And she's like, she's remembering a time when it was her and Gigi, and he was talking about like a warm death suicide type of thing. And so that's how she got the idea to get the get the firemen to come out and try to hold the house down because apparently whenever it rains and like the dirt gets really wet, because worms breathe through their skin, they like escape out of the dirt so that they can breathe a little bit more. And then when it becomes sunny and everything like that, they dry out and it's like worm death suicide or worm suicide or whatever. And so that's the idea. And the death worm does end up emerging out of the house because of the water and whatnot, and does the whole worm death suicide in the sun. And it ends up spitting out the Keto family, and then it dies. Pretty much. Momo smashes the house to make sure the sun can really kill it, and it dies. And so the Keto family survives, the death worm does not survive, Momo survives, and then literally moments after the death worm dies, there's a massive earthquake and the volcano starts to erupt. And that's where the episode ends off. What did you think about this one?
So I like that. I like the color schemes that they play around with. I like the animation style that they use. The fights between Gigi and Okarun was pretty good. He hit him, I think, like 100 times. He did like a rapid, like Chun-Li has her rapid fire kicks. He did a rapid fire punch. I think Gigi and Okarun's kind of similarities in fighting was pretty cool with the kicks. Like last episode, it was like, okay, they are way too close. How are they kind of divided? And it feels like Gigi is just like overpowered. He can punch, he can kick, he can do everything. So it's like, how is Okarun gonna really combat that? And I think he pulled it off in the end. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
The third one was like he was messing around with his friend. He made him angry, and then he hurt Momo. So those were the three things, which was pretty touching.
Yeah.
I also like how they're kind of explaining the occult. Well, no, I guess they didn't really explain too much about the occult this episode. That was more last episode.
Some of the Keto family?
No. More with the Evil Eye. Kind of the Evil Eye storyline. Yeah. That's been pretty good. So maybe they do it with the Death Worm. I don't think they've done it with all of the what do they call them? Unidentified life forms. That's Kuga. But they call them something like that. And DonTheVan too. Like the aliens.
Aliens, yeah.
Yeah.
Aliens or ghosts.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to more of that storyline. And then Momo versus the Death Worm was pretty good too. So
yeah,
looking forward to see what the body count is. Are they going to kill the whole village? What's going to go on? Because a volcano? How you can?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that's about to happen.
Yeah,
they're probably going to have Gigi come up and use his powers or something.
Yeah, but all he can do is make people die. I mean,
and kick their spirits around.
Yeah. So. And the Death Worm's done, so I'm really interested in seeing what's going to happen next week.
Maybe there's more than one. I don't know.
Yeah, could be. We'll see.
But I agree. I like the color schemes. They definitely like changed it up depending on, because like Gigi's purple.
Yeah.
I keep wanting to call him something else. I think Ken is red, or Octoroon is red, and then Momo is like pink, blue pink. I don't think she has a color actually.
Yeah, I don't know if they really have like a color scheme. I know Gigi seemed like that ultraviolet thing from his earrings and his eye.
Yeah,
I think that takes up a lot. Maybe
like a prism.
Because I think what's her name was kind of reddish with her red hair, but so I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, she was like red pink.
Yeah,
and like the dancer, she was red pink. Octoroon's like black and red, but like a deep red, like a I don't know, Momo. I need to pay more attention when she does her stuff, but her hands are blue, so I was kind of assuming like it was like a bluish tint or a bluish hue when she comes on screen, or like is doing her thing. But yeah, I agree. I like the stylization of the show. I like the fact that Gigi's yokai, he had like it reminded me, I guess, of like Aztec or like Mayan, like indigenous like culture or attire, the way his earrings were. Like it reminds me of like Road to El Dorado and everything like that. Like how they had it, their jewelry and whatnot,
Yeah.
their attire.
But there's some Asian countries like that too. So
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be, what do they call it? Is it Tibet with the?
Oh.
Oh no, that would be the death worm.
Yeah. Well, no, that's the death worm is Mongolian.
Yeah, the Mongolia. I'm not sure about the evil eye. I guess
I don't
that
know
could
about
be
the evil eye. I would think that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but it sounds like it could be today. I don't know. We gotta look that up. We'll look that up.
There's a lot of countries
We'll
in
fact check
Asia
that.
that kind of do that. I think. Yeah. Actually, in Africa as well. So.
Yeah. We'll fact check that. don't hold us to that. But this week it was a good episode, and so we're eager to see what happens with this erupting volcano because I don't know how that's about to play out. So, yeah, that's not looking good for anybody involved.
Nope.
But that's all for anime. I mean, it was